Hello! Today I invite you to the wobbliest setup of my life, so I'm going to try not to touch anything. My name is Lex, and welcome to my project panning channel. Today I wanted to update my Henry VIII Project Pan, also known as a Divorce Beheaded Pan, which is a much more fun name in my opinion. This project was created by Julie. I will link her channel down below. It is Julie's Caboodle Confessions, and it is a great project. Basically, we roll in a new item every month for one of the wives of Henry VIII, and we use it as many times as that wife was alive, the amount of years that she was alive. So, for example, if a wife was alive for 30 years, then we use that item 30 times. Anyways, every month we've been rolling something new in, and even though this update is very, very late, I do still have an update. So because I was away for 2 weeks, I am bringing you this update very, very late, and also I don't have great progress on anything. So mainly this is just to roll in my new item. I'm not doing well on the other ones, I'll be honest, but that's okay. We will keep trying. I will attempt to use them more next month. Let's start with Henry's first wife, who is Catherine of Aragon, and for her, I've actually double dipped into this palette. This is my W7 on the Rocks palette, and it's my Pan That palette in order. But I'm breaking that order for the purposes of this project, because there is a perfect shade in here called Bloody Mary. And if you don't know, Catherine of Aragon gave birth to a lovely little baby daughter for Henry, who he very much did not appreciate, and she grew up to be Bloody Mary. I've basically been aiming to use this 50 times because Catherine of Aragon lived around 50 years. I've gotten 3 uses on it in the past month. So yeah, it's a nice neutral brown actually, and once I start using it regularly for like a work look that I'm panning or something, I will be able to get those 50 uses pretty quickly, I imagine. I'm just currently panning a work look that doesn't involve that shade, so yeah. Henry's second wife, Anne Boleyn, she lived 30 years, so this item I'm using 30 times, and it comes from my Blush Crush Level Up palette. It is this top shade here called Challenge, and as you can see, I've not even touched it. I've not even opened this palette up. I haven't tried anything in here whatsoever. I like the packaging of it though. It's on the heavier side and it feels like more luxurious. It feels like effort has been put into it, you know? But I chose the blush with the name Challenge because when Anne kind of joined the circles, Henry was still married to Catherine of Aragon, and Anne posed a challenge, you know. She came in and flipped the status quo upside down, not even intentionally, but Henry pursuing her led to a lot of changes, including, you know, the whole Church of England thing and divorce, and yeah. After poor Anne was gotten rid of in a much less pleasant way, Henry moved on to his third wife, Jane Seymour, and that's who we're rolling a product in for today. Jane Seymour was probably one of the less controversial wives, you know. It was definitely still controversial that Henry was getting through so many wives, but there wasn't a lot that happened in her reign that was, you know, sparking drama compared to the other wives. She did give birth to a son for Henry, and that is the one thing that he'd wanted this whole time. That was why he was getting rid of all his previous wives. He really, really wanted a son. Unfortunately, because of, you know, complications, that meant that Jane didn't really survive past that pregnancy, past that giving birth. And neither did the son. He also died pretty young, which sucks for Henry. I do still kind of feel bad for him, you know, like, even though he's not the best guy and he's definitely been a bit willy-nilly with getting rid of his wives, he still, like, went through some stuff. Now, Jane Seymour was also supposedly the one wife that Henry truly loved, the one that he actually cared for, and it's up for debate whether that was because he actually genuinely did love her, or whether it was because she provided him with a son, and that's why he held her in such high regard, is because she was the one wife that was able to do that when none of the others did. So whether his love for her was truly selfless, or whether it was because of his own ambition, we don't really know. But she did give him that son, and he held her in very high regard even after she passed away. He still painted her into family portraits and things like that, so you could say that she was in a way special to him, which is what prompted me to roll in this product for her. This is the I Heart Revolution Ruby Cocoa Crumble palette. I love all of these like chocolate bar style palettes. I know they're all dupe sort of the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes, but Revolution came out with like, I don't know, like 20 of these all in different flavors. I have quite a few. I have the chocolate orange, the lemon drizzle, this one, the Ruby Cocoa Crumble. I have the original like chocolate colored one. I don't know. I have quite a few. They're all very nice. Ooh, the rose gold one is probably one of my favorites. Anyways, this palette hasn't been touched. I've literally never used it since I bought it about a year or so ago, and I wanted to get some use on it. So I'm going to be going in with this third shade here called Special, because that's exactly what Jane was to Henry. She was special. Now, again, as with all of these, we don't know exactly how long Jane lived, so I'm going to go with 28 years. That was sort of on the maybe lower end, but the less times I have to use an eyeshadow, the better. I have so many eyeshadows on the go, it's difficult. But I really like this one, and I think it will go well with a lot of the looks. It's a sort of goldy, bronzy shimmer shade, so it'll definitely be nice as a topper with some neutral looks. I can maybe get away with wearing it to work, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I maybe create a look with it that I can pan so that I get use on it pretty regularly. Anyways, if you want any more information about the Queens, or Henry VIII, or anything, feel free to do your own research, or check out Julie's channel, because every month she gives us a really, really fun, informative sort of rundown of the Queen's lives and big events that happen to them and things like that, and I love watching them. They're so great. This is a really fun project, and thank you so much, Julie, for creating it. I look forward to our next roll-in. I was going to say in the next month, but it's honestly going to be in like a week. So I'm looking forward to the next one, because it is going to be my favourite of all the wives. Partly because of Six the Musical, I can't lie. That did sway me so far in her direction. But anyways, I might try and rewatch Six the Musical soon, because I loved it so much. I really did, and all the songs get stuck in my head all the time. And I'm currently showing my boyfriend a few musicals, because he always thought that musicals kind of sucked. He always thought of like musical movies when he thought of musicals, and those aren't always the best. I was like, no, we have to watch some actual stage shows to show you how good they can be. He's enjoyed Waitress, Heathers, Hamilton, so I've got a few more. If you have any suggestions for like really, really good musicals, pop them down below and I'll see if I can find them somewhere, because I love musicals and I want to show him some good musicals. He did really like Heathers. He thought Heathers was really good. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Definitely check out Julie's channel down below. Thanks again for being here and watching me do my very, very late update. Have a good day. Bye. So because I was away for 2 weeks, I have